At the Bar Entertainment Eastside Rumble, live from Lanaloo's here in Van City. If y'all are still with us right now, make some goddamn noise! Yeah. Let's go! I'm your host, Red Shirt Mike. Check out our sponsor, Gunner Spot. Some crazy merch. You want to buy that shit. You want to buy all of it. Battler, right? Battler, on my left. Tell him who you are.
For the new people here, can you help them out with my intro? It's Kreative, and if you ain't First Nations, you're last! Let's fucking go!
Battler, to my right, tell him who you are.
It's Stevie motherfucking P. I smoke darts.
That's a fucking slogan. One more time before we get into these battles. These are the last two battles of the night. If we can hold it down over by the bar, that would be awesome. Now, they decided off camera. It is round one on Stevie P. Let's fucking go.
Pull it down.
Hey, yo, motherfuckers, shut up.
Thanks. Let's go shit in the building.
Yeah, whatever. It's Kreative. He's the greatest. You're probably going to hear him rap about how he's native, or I'm going to be racist. You scarecrow-ass bitch, you must be brainless. This is a flush on the river against three aces. He's basic, be patient. The punch coming like Jonestown, we evasive. Schizophrenic, my mind's in three places. You can get a different person every round like speed dating. You ain't been the same lately. What, you switched character and thought we wouldn't notice like the Matrix? Kreative, do you rise from creation? And since I'm God, you answer to me now. I've been waiting. Woo! You want to know why you'll never be famous? You and your bitch related. You're so stressed. You want to know why you'll never be famous? You and your bitch related. You're so stressed, you got no neck, a gross flex, and you probably eat anus. If it wasn't for you, your bro wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Your nickname should be knee braces. Your nickname should be knee braces. Usually adversity breeds changes, but you guys inconsistent every night like the Lakers and Anthony Davis. This punch after punch, speed bagging, D-Wade in his prom on the rim with the feet hanging. Kreative, gee, face it. If it wasn't for me, you'd be in the middle of the card like free spaces. Your brother's face it? Looks like it's been cheese grated, yet you the ugly one somehow, you degraded. This A+, you degraded. You can tell I'm a vet by the rings that I get like tree ages. Nice. You ain't worth as much. Free agents, well, we talked about more than the deep state as the team's playing. Heat's blazing, top of the conference, you'll always be chasing. So replay it. We just a couple of old souls who are guided by the ancients. But if I could take your soul and replace it with someone I never met, I'd be elated. Cause you search for talent, well, we waste it. I'm just here to add insult to injury like burned patients being cremated. Kreative.
Round one, Kreative, let's go.
Get the fuck over here. You're gonna need it. Yes. You are about to hear me talk about me being a native. In a fucking free verse. I'm so native that the tag on my t-shirt says 100% cedar. Yeah. Now, as far as asparagus goes,
All right.
P is just terrible. On a serious note, my pens mean punches make my material hard to corner like bed sheets. This is hard work pays off versus stress leave. The closest you'll ever get to being an animal is a pet peeve, sewer pipe in the ocean. Yeah, the closest you'll ever get to being an animal is a pet peeve, sewer pipe in the ocean. Shit's about to get deep. Even old Stingray looking at you like another dead Steve. They put the savage. They put the savage up against another white boy who thinks his spirit animal's a rabbit. Steve's got nothing going on in his life, so he wished for venues to open up so he can get back to rapping. Well, be careful what you wish for, kids. Because this is exactly what happens. We are now back with what's about to be a classic. 3 rounds of Steve getting his ass kicked so bad he gonna wish the restrictions were still in action. No, fuck that. You getting your ass kicked so bad you gonna wish Christopher never landed. Steve made a status. Yeah! Steve made a status online. Just like we all do. Steve made a status online saying, I haven't traveled for battle in a really long time. Oh yeah, I'm sure you remember, Steve. It made me feel like I was doing something with my life. Like building a legacy. His kids be like, love you, Dad. Steve be like, fuck's that gotta do with anything? Then looks his kids dead in the eyes and says, it's battle rap over everything. What? Yeah. Right now, his kids are at home wondering, where did Mom and Dad go? Hey, asshole, you need to start doing more for your kids and less for your battles. Stop trying to set the bar and go set an example. If I was you, I would quit. But I'm not you, because I'm no bitch. No object that Steve finds in the clip will ever compare to the pussy inside of him. I mean, no object that Steve finds in the clip will ever compare to the pussy inside of him. Time, you bitch.
Yes. Round 2, Stevie P, let's go.
Let's go. That fucking round was boring and it took forever, bitch. I am Steve Irwin, because even when I die, I get more attention than your battles ever get.
Attention whore.
You spent the longest time hating the white guy. You even made it part of your life plan. Your last name's Smith, bro. Have you seen Pocahontas? You are the white man. But let me guess your lesson. You got some type of ancestor's weapon that's gonna shred intestines. You got a longbow that's gonna kill my mom, bro? Good, that couldn't be less impressive. We have guns now, you'd be dead in seconds. I battle Caustic, Flex, Real Deal. Shit, I get more looks than hot bitches in tank tops. You just tank lots. Sean battled Chilla and pulled his phone out, and you can't even get a dang shot? 7 years in the same spot, ain't battled anybody you ain't bots, brainwashed into thinking he'll get some shine when the rain stops. Joke's on you. I'm gonna do this shit till I'm 52.
That's facts.
Joke's on you. I'm gonna do this shit till I'm 52. Because I wouldn't be who I am if this was something that I didn't do. So listen, dude, just improve. Just because you say 10,000 words in 3 rounds doesn't mean that you didn't lose. Okay? I'm glad you took a break, though. Got a career and built a dream. Red Seal Carpenter now. Too bad it couldn't help you build a scheme. You still up here spinning those cat in the hat raps and laughing at your own jokes. I don't think you belong here. That style's more suited for smoked oat. Okay. Tuck that smoke out. Yo, it's awesome that you raise your daughter on your own. You teach her how to box and you get to travel. But how the fuck you gonna teach her how to land a punch when yours don't even land in battles? Even when you fought, you threw a headbutt. And you expect us to believe the fist flying? Pinocchio, the kid's lying. You couldn't fight your way out of a wet paper bag with a thin lining. You've been going downhill fast. You've been going downhill fast. Zip lining, no scope, hip firing, misguided. This violence stems from a past of getting shit kicked and dick rided. So next time you agree to step in the ring where the sole purpose is to pick out weaknesses and keep them checked, how about you make sure you have no fucking demons left, penis breath?
Penis. Round 2, Kreative, let's go.
You had me at penis. Hold it down.
Steve's a vet. Steve said that.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey, stop.
You're gonna let him play. He doesn't
Steve's like, I battled Sketch. I battled Real Deal. I battled Poe Rich. Because that's what it takes to get me as an opponent. And you want to talk about my headbutt? Yeah, I headbutted someone in the battle. Fucking thanks a lot, Steve. I guess everybody knows now. I mean, only thing to do is headbutt your bitch ass back to Smoked Out. Yeah, I headbutted one. And I know why I did it, bro. I mean, they said as long as you regretted it after, but I didn't though. You said throwing hands? Yeah, well fuck throwing hands. I'm different, bro. Godzilla dive, split your nose, fuck around and get rocked with the head. Squidward's home. Yeah. I say, yes, I threw a headbutt.
Bring it back.
Fuck. I mean, when it comes to fucking thinking ahead, you know, Kreative, he defines it. I mean, when it comes to fucking thinking ahead, you don't gotta remind him. I mean, when it comes to thinking ahead, I fucking like to get violent. I mean, you wanna fucking bump heads with Kreative? I can give you one reason not to even try it. Heads made of concrete like Easter Island. Yeah. I said, you know what I heard, Steve?
Nope.
No? Well, this is what I heard. I heard that you've been shining for a minute like a rollie that is ticking. When I heard him say that in a song, I was like, no, he didn't. But every replica watch owner was like, damn, homie's spitting. Then Sparks chimed in like, no, he isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have been in the jewelry aisle when that line hit him. Walking around Walmart like, damn, I'm different. I mean, well, you can just tell by all the enthusiasm of how you spit it that you actually thought that line was futuristic. But really, it's not. Like a digital watch. For real though, that shining for a minute line could never sell tracks. When Fresco said, now your time is ticking like an imitation rollie, Steve felt that. but picture Steve trying to flex like Fresco. He'd be like, my Rolex be on some future shit. It ain't waterproof, but it's water resistant. So in other words, excuse the drip. Counterfeit on my wrist with the discolored green face. And just looking at it, giving you that Buckley's cough and sneeze taste. I say, my watch got a tick like Tourette syndrome. So annoying that you forget the 5 cents dripping. I got your minimum wage on my wrist. It raised a lot of suspicion. Because when the room gets quiet, you can hear my watch ticking. Fossil over the face, the Walmart edition. Yeah. Okay, enough with the jokes. Real talk. These hands glide across your face like a real watch. Yeah, but you and your watch aren't so different. Because with the multis you're spitting, you're basically the counterfeit Cody edition. And if it ain't wise guy, then no one will listen. But you beating me with multis, that's gonna take you some type of lyrical miracle. A message in your alphabet cereal. Yeah. Someone from Samantha's Reds who was spiritual. Because compared to bars, the damage multis do is minimal. I bet when he writes, he even counts the syllables. Yeah, he even counts the syllables. Now, for real though, multis were cool back then. But it's time for you to stop trying to relive your glory days. You rhyme zone rappers with your near rhymes gotta have more to say, cause like there, and there, you all sound sort of the same. Time.
Jesus. Time.
Let's go.
Round 3. Stevie P, let's go.
You got nerve talking about my image. Multis are still better than rapping about a watch for 5 minutes.
No!
How was your watch?
Talk to him, right? Talked about it. Yo, what up, Chief Laxaneck?
You guys have watches.
No, we don't.
You're watching.
What up, Chief Laxaneck? Yeah, I asked for this battle. I put in that request. But it's not because you rap the best. You're literally the only person I haven't battled yet. It was between you, Beamer, and Jackie R. And let me tell you, it was a tough decision. This is a tough division. We got a bunch of villains. Shit, I'm even scared when Little Bucket's spitting.
Fair enough.
But we've been gone for 2 years now, and I've grown, so I'm comfy in my own skin. Well, he's like the Adam Project. He's still working with the old him. Woo!
Okay.
But if it's not First Nations, it's last, right?
Facts.
Yeah? Well, I agree, fuck the racists, but that sounds crazy as hell, because if you don't think every race equal, then you fucking racist as well. Nice.
Yes.
Facts.
And the last time we were on the same card, you said my 2v2 performance was the best you ever heard in person. Well, guess what? You guys could be there too. If Knucklehead would just learn the verses. I mean, I get it, G. He's family, but this ain't the little leagues. How many times you let an old dog choke before you take him out back and put him out of his misery? Oh, okay. I mean, it's dope that you do carpentry. It's amazing, brother, but it made me wonder. Y'all ever hear of the Indian in the cupboard? Well, in this case, the Indian made the cupboard. I was born to beat you, Jordan Chichu. This is a level you will never hit. How the fuck you gonna beat me when you can't even beat a fucking speech impediment? You need to fix that shit. Because that shit ain't sitting well. And that's coming from me. I'm from Scotia. I say moth with an L.
It's a fact.
13 years later, and I'm still at it. Illmatic. I killed top tiers and mismatches. The kid's magic. Been snapping from the first stitch added to rip patches. In this fabric, I did half it. You just average. I'm just savage. This passion, I don't need arts and crafts to be creative because it just happened.
Nice.
Y'all can make some noise. Come on. Round 3, Kreative. Let's go.
Battle, yo. What's back?
Perpetuate.
So Steve snagged himself a native lady. Wow.
Okay.
I mean,
She's fired.
yeah, well, as long as they're happy. But I can only imagine how awkward it was introducing each other to the family. Sam's cousins be like, my Sam? Bringing a Scotia?
Shut the fuck up at the bar.
Quiet down.
Sam's cousins be like, my Sam? Bringing a Scotian white man? On my land? Oh, that's bizarre. That's a native with a blue nose like Avatar. Yeah. Steve's friends be like, what in the privilege, Steve?
What?
Running around with that engine thing just doesn't quite sit with me. That's a white man with a black foot like Mr. Deeds. I said, Steve is such a bitch in the streets.
What?
His engine name is Stevie Sits When He Pees. But honestly, I was hoping to battle a Scotian, especially when a bunch of your people chased the native man off of the ocean. Y'all heard of that, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's something I can't let go. So as far as revenge goes, this knife works like the Titanic iceberg when I drag the blade across your neck slow, leaving you with a big gash in your vessel. But the Micmac won. Yeah, but the Micmac won that fight.
Yep.
So props to the people. They made the Scotians look like clowns in the ocean like Marlin and Nemo. But I grew up fighting racist people. Those were some awful days. So many scraps with no time to heal from all the pain. So I learned to fight with broken hands like Doctor Strange. I'm Mike Tyson in his boxing days, but with the gloves off like a hockey game. You want to throw hands? Well, let's get it on, baby. Marvin Gaye. I could be landing, but let's get it on, baby. Marvin Gaye. I could be landing so many punches on his face that no Sundance in the world could stop the rain. Body. I could be landing so many punches on his face that no Sundance in the world can stop the rain. Body shots, rock his cage. Now we're throwing up blood, not the gang. Oh, you thought the tooth fairy was done with you? Not today, Boulder was grilled. Now we picking up his teeth like he dropped his change. The question still remains. The question still remains. Will Stephen Pepper ever pay his taxes? Never! It's Stevie P. S.T. It's Stevie P. S.T. A.K.A. G.S. Steve. I'll take a far walk if H&R Block is on my way to my favorite dark spot. He's been hiding from the government all year. When the phone rings, it's shh, I'm not here. I mean, he watched Tax Collector once and couldn't sleep for weeks. Having nightmares, he watched Tax Collector once and couldn't sleep for weeks. Having nightmares of Shia LaBeouf's goatee. He gets PTSD when he hears PST, and child tax is something his kids will never see. I mean, he hates the month. He hates the month of April. Avoids being put on payroll. Now, y'all must be wondering, how the fuck is he stable? Well, think John Wick. Because every time he works, it's got to be under the table. Yeah. And just by looking at Steve, this is a few objects that you may find in his closet. Ready? Are you ready?
Let's go.
Some old weed, porn, a respirator machine for when he snores, a dresser with sleeping pills in each drawer, silverfish under every metal militia t-shirt he's worn, coffee cans full of cigarette butts that he stores next to a shoebox is a T4s. Because of debt, you got a white man living off a native lady. What? Yeah. Now think daylight savings. Because it's funny how times change. Out here trying to make a name off rap. Because everything else is in his wife's name. Yeah. And they say don't ever bring a knife to a gunfight. Fuck that. The second he reached where the gun's at, it's $150 plus tax. Shit'll happen so fucking fast, he'll be standing there like Jesse, wondering where the fuck his cuts at. You got a hunchback. Time. Oh!